Imagine being able to talk to someone on the other side of the planet using a handheld radio that feels like a rugged walkie-talkie. That is essentially what this device is trying to pull off. It is not your grandfather's radio that relies on line-of-sight or repeaters. It is basically a smartphone disguised as a heavy-duty radio running on 4G LTE networks. When you pick it up, it has a solid, chunky weight to it that makes you feel like you could drop it on a trail and it would just keep going. The IP67 rating is a nice touch, meaning a bit of rain or a splash in a puddle is not going to kill your communication line. Now, here is the reality of how this thing works. Because it is running an Android system under the hood, you are not limited to traditional radio frequencies. You can load up Zello or other PTT platforms, which effectively turns the world into your coverage area. As long as you have a signal from AT&T or T-Mobile, you are good to go. Just keep in mind that if you are a Verizon user, you are out of luck here. It is a bit of a bummer that it doesn't play nice with every carrier, but that is the trade-off for this kind of specialized hardware. The interface is interesting because it is a hybrid. You have the tactile, satisfying click of a PTT button on the side, but the screen lets you navigate apps just like you would on a phone. One thing to watch out for is the setup. Since it is Android-based, you might find yourself needing to tweak the key values to get the buttons to behave exactly how you want them to with specific apps. It is not exactly plug-and-play for the non-tech-savvy crowd, but for someone who likes to tinker, it is actually pretty fun. The package is pretty generous too. Getting both a car charger and a wall charger right out of the box is a smart move, especially since this device is clearly aimed at people who spend a lot of time on the road or out in the field. The audio quality is surprisingly crisp, which is a relief because there is nothing worse than trying to decipher garbled static when you are trying to coordinate something important. What stands out, though, is the sheer freedom of it. You are not tethered to a local repeater, and you are not worrying about whether you are too far away from your partner. It is a strange feeling to hold a radio and realize you could technically talk to someone in another country just as easily as someone in the next room. It is not perfect. The software setup can be a little finicky, and the carrier restrictions are a genuine limitation. But if you need reliable, long-range communication without the headache of traditional radio licensing and infrastructure, this thing is a pretty compelling piece of kit. It is a niche tool for sure, but for the right person, it is exactly what they have been looking for.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.